Hello and welcome, my fog dwellers, to the first episode of Stories from the Fog. In this series, we will have talks about the game, about life, and most importantly, about you. So think of it as a podcast, I think. I felt it is necessary to give you all a good introduction to the series just so you kind of understand what we're going into, and so we'll just start simple. We'll start with a new event, changes to the killer, the new chapters, and just my in general opinions on the game right now at its current state. But other than that, please sit back, relax, and enjoy some unknown games while we just talk. So this new event, it's it's certainly something. Truth be told, I'm not a huge fan of it. I think the whole lunge thing, like a little mini coup, I think is really cool. Don't get me wrong. However, it just doesn't hit for me. All the clutter on the screen, the red ring around the map, or like around a section of it, and it's just, it kind of fucks you over sometimes, especially as killer, whenever scratch marks are the exact shade of red as the circle. And then you have that red line at the top left of your screen, and there's a lot. And I like the idea of the event, I do. The cosmetics are all great, even Skull Merchant's one. I really don't think she deserved one, but she got one. And I mean, it looks good, it really does. But I just cannot get behind this event. I enjoy the idea of the whole blood point bonus kind of thing, because right now, because of this event, I already have Unknown almost to P9. I plan on taking him to P100 because I think I'll probably start playing him more seriously as time goes on, depending on if, I enjoy him during, the next few months. But I just think that if anything, the unknown in this event too, actually, that's a perfect example. The unknown in this event is weird. You don't really M1 with unknown as often as you'd think. You get greedy, and that's something that I've learned with unknown while playing him is you're gonna get greedy because you want that weakened state. And survivors will do everything in their power to, get rid of that weakened state. But I'm getting off track. We'll talk about unknown later in the video. Back to the event. The blood point incentive. The 300%, or actually I think they boosted it to 400. Yeah, the 400%, like that's the final one to 75 million blood points, or billion I think. I don't remember the number. Point is, there is that's a lot of fucking blood points. That's a lot of blood points. And truth be told, I like that. I love the incentive to play the game and get rewarded for it. Like it's duh, obviously, but it's such a nice feature that I just adore. And not only that, but the fact that it's such a high goal and we have about 9 days left till the event's over with, it's pretty cool. I think we're gonna hit it, but I think we're gonna hit 400% probably like the last 3 to 4 days, because I don't know what we are at right now. I think I checked earlier and we're still at like 200%, maybe more. I could be wrong though, which is fine. By the time this video uploads, hopefully we're already at the 400%, which I'd love to be wrong. But my thoughts and feelings on the event, like I said, I just don't like it. The skins are cool, the idea is cool, and me and Plastic, normally he's my co-host on stream, he brought up a pretty good point that they're probably testing out maybe some kind of new perk for a killer, like a boon-esque for a killer, which I think is an interesting take, because sometimes that's how it feels, especially with events, that they're just testing stuff out, just test the water, kind of get a feel for it. And I do think that it is possible that we could get a boon killer perk, but you kind of have to wonder, like, what would that look like? How would you feel about that? Because the idea of a boon already is kind of weird, because you have an area of effect where you get this massive bonus, like Circle of Healing, like pre-patch, was probably one of the strongest perks in the game. The fact that you could just heal in seconds. Literally, what was it? I was watching, I think it was JRM, the Dead by Daylight YouTuber. He got hit by it was like a testing thing. Ghostface hit a survivor, and then while the survivor was reeling back, no stabiffle, just basically reloading the weapon, or going through and refreshing, the survivor got fully healed from Circle of Healing. Now, of course, you have to have a build for that, but it's still insane to me that was a thing that happened. It's a thing that could have happened. And I'm trying to think, what would that even be like on Killer? Like in a certain radius, you get like a Dark Theory kind of thing? Or maybe in a certain radius of a Hex perk or of your Hex boon, you could, maybe slow down gen progression or healing speed. Like, it's weird. Because then how long would it take for survivors to snuff it out? If the killer takes like literally 2 seconds, it takes about 1.5 seconds, to stomp out a boon, and it takes a survivor almost a whole minute to do a boon. It's weird to figure out that trade-off. But I like the idea of that. I'm hoping that's true. But I don't know. We'll just have to see. But now let's talk about the lunge range with the Blood Moon offerings. Or the blood, I guess they're the Blood Moon offerings, but they're Blood Moon basins. Insane. Basically coup de grace, and it stacks with coup de grace, and Michael tier 3 stacks as well. It's insane. It's genuinely crazy. The fact that works so well. I think I saw someone did the research, someone much smarter than me. I think it was Hens. 320% lunge range. That's stupid. Now, that's of course only with, the event, so it's not going to last very long, but just think about it. And then Oni's a buggy mess during this event too, with the whole, holding a survivor and then you're able to just lunge, basically. It's just, I don't even know. It's just, this event is so weird, and the fact that the main offering that was with the event is gone now, because they just disabled it because of the blood point. Like, how do you mess that up is my question. I understand they're a company, they're a big one, so they're gonna make mistakes. Everyone does. But an event offering? Really? Like, it messed with blood points too, which was the worst thing it could have messed with, genuinely. Because this whole event is about blood point usage. It's about blood point it's about obtaining blood points, And I think that right there shows that they did put effort into this They did put effort into this event. They did. But I feel as if it may have just not been play tested enough, and even though it went live and everything like that, they may have missed that. Because it is a numbers thing. It really is a numbers thing. Because I'm not sure even how they noticed it, but the fact that you were able to see how you got less blood points even though you put on the event offerings and it messed with all blood point offerings, it's really unfortunate. But yeah, I think that's to summarize it. This event is good. It had a good concept, it had a good idea, but unfortunately it fell flat, and there's not a whole lot behaviors able to do damage control wise. So that's just my take. Next topic is the new chapter. Boy, oh boy, do I love this chapter. I literally made a video about before you buy it, or just going over everything that's in it, and I love it. I love it to death. I have been playing the Unknown since the Unknown came out, and I love this killer. The chase is super fun. The chase music's okay. The idea of the killer, the whole Tulpa thing, like analog horror, insanely cool. Just everything about him. The perks are a little iffy. Undone, Unbound, Unforeseen. Unforeseen's probably the coolest one because it's Dark Devotion for a generator. But other than that, I mean, what do you do? Unbound is genuinely shit. I joke about it in stream and with Plastic often about how, the perk's S tier, but it's not. It's actually ass. In low MMR, you're gonna get little to no value out of it because even though they're gonna miss skill checks, they're not even gonna wait it out. They'll just go to a different gen. It's just that simple. They'll just go to a different gen, and it has a 60-second cooldown. It's it doesn't work because if you were to change it to a 30-second cooldown and maybe make the skill check thing 5 tokens instead of 3, I think it would be busted then. Because the amount, how quickly you could consistently use it, that would be stupid. Now, And if you give it no cooldown, it's even worse. But if you give it a longer cooldown and you just nerf it, it's in a really weird spot where you can't do anything to it because it could get too strong or too weak, even though it's already really weak. So, what was Undone? That perk is weird. Oh wait, no, I got them mixed up. Sorry. Unbound is the one that whenever you hit a survivor, you vault a window, you get 5% haste. There we go. Sorry about that. The last perk I was talking about was Undone. So sorry about that. You can see how much I don't like that perk anymore. But Unbound is a very cool perk in my opinion. I like it a lot. It's niche, it has its uses, but I feel like, because I have a build going on right now, and if you guys would like to see a video over that, please let me know in the comments. It is about Unbound, and Rapid Brutality. You get 10% haste, because it stacks. 10% haste after vaulting a window. And now, of course, if you had Play With Your Food, and maybe Machine Learning, Game of Foot, Batteries Included, any of those 3 perks, you could make a haste build out of that, because Unbound, oh my god, is perfect. It's perfect. I may try that out with Night, actually, because I did a Night video recently, and I know you guys all saw that, which thank you again for your support. Insane. It was insane support on that video. He has a bunch of speed add-ons. Technically speed. He has like 1 speed add-on, but it's a very good speed add-on. But I think it would work with him. I mean, that's up to you guys if you'd like me to re-upload a video like that, or just, remake one. But anyways, now we're gonna get to the survivor, Sable Ward. She is probably my favorite survivor in this game next to Alan Wake. I'm a huge Alan Wake fan, but Sable's design, Sable's character, Sable's story, Sable's perks, they hit it out of the park. Wicked being probably the strongest anti-tunnel perk in the game. Strength in Shadows being a better self-care in basement and seeing the killer's aura, just value. And then Invocation, a brand new type of perk that has a huge bonus or huge advantage, but a pretty shitty disadvantage, truth be told. Or shitty catch, I guess. Insane. Just an incredible survivor, incredible chapter. There's not a whole lot to say about her. She's just good. Everything about her is good. My girlfriend loves her. My friends love her. She's just perfect. She's a great survivor. I'm super happy Behavior added her, added the unknown, and then finally, the map. So I've been playing the map now. I've been playing since the PTB, so I guess it's been like maybe 4 weeks to maybe a month almost. The map is good. I like the map. Killer side and survivor side. Survivor side, it's a little weird. There's very interesting palettes. And killer side, it's same reason. But I really, really, really enjoy the aesthetic. The whole movie theater that's destroyed, it literally got ripped from the world and put into the entity's realm, because that's exactly what the entity does. It just takes pieces of the realm that they took people from, or the world that they took people from, and just kind of reconstruct it in some weird, twisted way in order to, make a trial out of it. And the addition with the holes in there, which that was made specifically for the unknown in this map, I'm telling you, because you can hit through those. It's hard, but you can. It's a great map. I really, really, really like it. I think the only thing I really hate about it is there's this little section in the very back of the map, and it's the statue section. It's not necessarily bad, but it feels kind of out of place. Not like on a map design-wise. It fits perfectly with the map design-wise. But, what's the word? Usability. I don't know how much usability that is around that area, because there's only 1 gen, and that's it. It's kind of like a dead zone. I don't even think you can 3-gen off of it, I'm pretty sure, because I think the other gens that are closer to it are like Shack, maybe? And that's about it. I think it's like a really shitty 3-gen if you keep it up. But it's just, it puts me off. Because there's a gen to the side of it, and then there's a pallet, and then there's another pallet to the left and right side. There's 2 loops. But the issue that I have with it is the openings from the statue to those loops. There's like 4 ways to enter and exit that statue area. And that's not terrible. That's good for survivor siding, but killer, it's kind of difficult, weirdly enough. Like, trying to mind game that spot specifically, it's hard because you also have interests and exits, but so do they. So it's one of those really hard things where you figure out, okay, how am I going to win this loop? How am I going to do this? Where should I go? What should I throw? If I have UVX, am I using it there, or are they just they can fake it? Which survivors have learned how to do now, and it makes chases a lot more interesting because you have to think about where you're going to shoot your UVX. But this, I hope and pray that at some point, I don't want to rework for the map. I think it's great, but I hope like at some point, I doubt they will, but adding something else over there, like maybe another gen, maybe just something, because it just feels weird. I guess maybe it's just me. I think it is just me, but. I think for the final topic of this video, I would like to bring up the changes to the killer. Or killers. Why did they buff Huntress? I feel like that's a community question that's been asked a lot, but why? I mean, it's not bad. All the Huntress mains are, pumping their fist in the air. They're excited, they're happy, they're like, yippee, but why? What value was added to buffing Huntress? Because back in the PTB, it was overkill, actually. Because you got her movement speed increased while holding hatchets, and it made stuff that normally she can't win super winnable. Made it easier, made it more forgiving for the Huntress. And that's not a terrible thing, but it made it so much more, I don't want to say unfun, but it just made it more difficult. And a lot of survivors didn't adapt to it. Not even like Huntress mains are super big fan of it because they even knew it was kind of bullshit. But in general, I think with the Huntress buffs, I'm not complaining about it. I'm just confused because 10 hatchets now, whenever you have add-ons and everything, stupid. You don't have to reload. If you know how to hit your shots, don't reload. You just don't, and it's just that easy. With the wind-up speed got increased, I'm pretty sure, even, and that's stupid. That's really dumb. But yeah, Huntress changes just really, 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 really weird. Pig changes, however, as a fellow pig player, that made me happy. Ambush finally being semi-viable, which, by the way, that video should be uploaded now. Go check it out. I love it. It makes Ambush so much more fun, and then stacking it with add-ons, Last Will and Workshop Grease, you go forever. It is literally like a coup de grace almost, which it should have been a coup de grace in the first place, but behavior hates pig. Behavior really hates pig. I do think, however, the whole not being able to see the boxes anymore is a little weird. It incentivizes more chase, I suppose, with the pig, but it's definitely a change for me. I have to get used to it, but I'll probably get used to it in like a day. It's just I haven't been playing pig at all. I've only been playing unknown because he's so fun. But blight changes already happened a while back. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's any more changes actually. I'm just naming the two that I cared about the most. Oh wait, yeah, no, there's a couple. There's the perk changes with mangled. The mangled changes, it's fine. I mean, it gives you a little bit more of a decision, like to wait it out or actually heal it off and just be done. It's not bad. I think it's fine. Nothing really too constructive to say about it. I just definitely think people like Legion mains are gonna be crying because it's not necessarily a nerf on Sloppy's part. It's not really a nerf in the first place. It's just it just works differently. But I don't know. I think I'm just looking at it in a very different way than a lot of people are. I don't like it as much as I thought I would. But I think that's just me. But other than that, I think I'm gonna end it here. Genuinely, we've talked about everything we did. We did a pretty good time in Manor, only about 20 minutes. To those of you who are still here, thank you so much for listening, for watching, everything. Come join the Discord, which will be in the About section of the channel. Come join Twitch at twitch.tv/birdie_3. and just keep supporting. Truly, you guys are making this all possible, and I'm having so much more fun doing it because you guys make it fun. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys want me to keep doing this, the next episode should be out at some point, and I'll probably have a co-host by then. And we'll just see where it goes from there. But other than that, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all later.